Today, the Italian government has declared financial hardship. With billions of euros in debt across the globe, they have passed a new bill through Parliament to repair the country's budget. One key focus of revenue is the National Football League. All teams have been instructed to sell off their best players in order to generate funds to repay the country's debts. Will this be the downfall of Italian football as we know it?
In a strange turn of events, a deal has fallen through between AC Milan and Chinese investors. Rumors have been circulating for months that AC Milan have been laundering money through offshore Chinese accounts. They were doing this, reportedly, in hopes of holding on to some of their star players. If found guilty, their punishment will be known in days.
In a statement from FIFA, AC Milan have now been found guilty of money laundering. They will now be forced to sell their entire squad and be relegated from their current league. This is a harsh but fair outcome for the former Italian powerhouse, and only time will tell if they can go back to reaching their former glory.
With the news coming through that AC Milan have officially been relegated, the club is now on the verge of bankruptcy. The board has announced that they are looking for investors, but skeptics are unsure if anyone will come to the aid of the club or if the club can survive this turmoil. With only a few weeks to go until the start of the season, there are still several unanswered questions. However, one thing is certain: Milan will need someone to invest into the future of this once mighty organization, or else they may face extinction.
Just days out from the new season, an investor has come forward to keep AC Milan alive. Russian business tycoon Vladimir Potanin had decided to buy the club, knowing that this once prestigious team could be a worthwhile investment. With some key strict financial strategies, he feels the club can return to its former glory once again. He also had this to say.
Great privilege for me to be here and to be able to contribute and embracing the cultural traditions from the world. I would like this lounge to be really beautiful, modern, stylish, and to achieve that we are going to involve the experience that will allow people from America and overseas who are coming here to know something. I hope that our cooperation with the support and the people who are working here and who have been welcoming me in a way that I really appreciate, that this cooperation will last long and will be very fruitful. Thank you.
So now with their finances sorted off the field, AC Milan just need to work on the pitch. Can they restore some hope in the Milan faithful? Potanin's first point of business was to appoint Davide Lombardi as the new manager. A top player with Italy and a tactical genius, he will ensure AC Milan are rebuilt from the ground up and return to the top. Now we just have to wait and see what kind of team he can prepare and who is willing to pull on the AC Milan strip and help build the foundations of this organisation.
Welcome to episode 1 of our Relegation Regen Rebuild series with AC Milan. The build-up has been fanatical, and I want to thank anyone that has taken a part in any of the voting so far in the lead up to this career mode. This is episode 1. This is where this journey begins, and we have a few bits and pieces to take care of before we get into the real nitty-gritty of this series. If you haven't seen any of the follow-up, the startup videos, I'm just going to run through the rules really quickly, and then we'll move on to what's happening in this career mode. So rule number 1 is all the youth players from our first scout report. So we're going to send out 3 scouts, and that first report that comes back, the first 3 months, we can sign the first 11 players. They will be our starting lineup. They must be signed regardless of their rating. They will become our first team 11. From then on, the second rule states that any youth player that we bring into the youth academy must hit a 60 overall before we can sign them in, unless they say they want to leave the youth academy. Then we have a clause that says that we can sign them up. Rule number 3 is that one Scout Future Star will be signed for this career mode. It will be in Season 1, so we'll have one marquee player at the start to build this team around. And rule number 4 is that there is a transfer embargo in place for 2 seasons. No transfers in and no transfers out. We can only release players. So at the moment, I will get into showing you who's in the side at the moment and the formalities of what's going on in this career mode. But yeah, we can only release players from this team for the first 2 seasons. Number 5 is there's no preseason tournaments for 2 seasons, so we obviously can't make any money there. And all the money that the board does give us must be spent on scouts and the scouting network, leaving us with a $1 million budget and $10,000 in wages for the first 2 seasons. After that, it's free for all, and we're good to go. So from the intro there, you can see that Vladimir Potanin has bought AC Milan. They've been done for money laundering, and we've been put down into the Calcio B. It's going to be a long, hard slog here for AC Milan, but I've put a few little twists and tricks into this career mode just to make things a little bit more interesting. What happened in this to set the story up is the government came in and said we need some money. They've generated it from selling off players from all the top flights. So every single team in Calcio A and Calcio B, that's the likes of Juventus, Inter Milan, Roma, any player that was 80 rated or above, I've released to the free agency. So Juventus is only a 3-star team at the moment. When their players that they have out on loan come back, they will have those players, so that will strengthen them up in the 2nd season. And by the 3rd season, we'll be able to start spending some money going and finding some regens to hopefully really bolster this side up. Let's go and have a look at the current team. It's pretty woeful. Right, so using the custom squads, I do have a tutorial video on this on my channel. I've basically relegated AC Milan to the 2nd division, and all of their players, every single one of their list has been put on the free agency list, and anyone that was out on loan before I've started this career mode up, I've released every single one of them. So that's how we've lost a lot of the money, and I've basically just put a whole heap of pretty much Indian team free agents into this team. Every single one you see here will be released from this team. They will no longer be here by the end of this season. It's all about bringing in youth for 2 seasons. So let's go and have a look at how our youth academy is looking. Right, so we have 3 scouts available, and these lads have been specifically chosen by Davide Lombardi, the manager of this series. He's chosen Simon Luna from our Cheltenham Town series, a capable midfielder. Hopefully he can find some South American flair, or wherever we send him into the world, he can bring us back some quality youth talent. We also have Tommy Hatunen, the Finnish lad. He was the captain of our Finland side in our Journeyman series, so he played quite a bit with Davide Lombardi through that career mode, and he's been chosen to be a scout here. And the 3rd one is Massimo Samprisi. Now, he was in our Relegation Regen Rebuild series with Bayern Munich. A cam, he was the Pirlo regen, and he's going to come in here and try and help the Italian side. He's an Italian himself, and hopefully he can bring some talent to this team. So we need to send out the 3 scouts and for the first 3 months, and these will pretty much be how our side starts up. Obviously, the first reports that come in the first 3 months, so we'll get 3 months from each country that we send to. They will be our foundations of rebuilding AC Milan. Now, Patanin's come in with a bit of a clause here. He wants some homegrown Italian talent, so we will be going to Italy. He wants something from his motherland of Russia, so we'll be going to Russia. And the 3rd one is going to be, I haven't really decided, but I'm thinking we probably need to save a bit of cash, so we're going to go to South Korea as the 3rd option. So we'll send those all out. I'm going to search for any player from the start here, and we'll see what kind of players we get back. Now, what I want you guys to do at home in the comments down below is leave me a country and a position to be scouting. So don't say a striker or a centre midfielder or anything. I want you to say what the career mode asks for. So physically strong, goalkeepers, defensive minded, technically gifted, wingers. What else have we got there? Playmakers. Yeah, you know the deal. Get down in the comments down below, leave those, and I'll do exactly as we did in the Cheltenham, put them through a hat, and they'll be pulled out at random through this career mode. So I'm sending the scouts off now, and then we'll continue on. Alright, we also need to go and look for a scout future star, so we're going to send him off, and he will be the marquee player that we try and build this career mode around in the first couple of seasons at least. Hopefully, he is an out-and-out star. Alright, so our scout has been dispatched to look for our scout future star. Cross your fingers that we get an absolute brilliant player back. Right, so just showing you the budget, obviously we've sent out our scouts, so we're down to 822 grand. We're not going to need a lot of it, only really to sign up these youth players. We've got 10,000 in wages. So what I've done there is I came in, I had about 50 odd million. I've bought scouts, I've released players, and I've also just bought scouting network players, released them, bought them again, released them until I got down to that budget. Now, if you guys at home want a full setup video on how to start this series yourself, I'll have a little vote. That'll pop up, yes or no. And if we get enough votes for that one, I'll put out an instructional video on how you can set this series up yourself and maybe have a crack at home. Alright, let's take a quick look at our objectives for this season. We've got some long-term youth development within 2 seasons. Have one player from the youth academy signed in the first season play at least 50% of the games. Well, you can see that happening. Brand exposure, there's no objectives. Continental success, no objectives. Domestic success, they want us to reach the round of 32. Avoid finishing in the bottom part of the league. That's going to be tough. And within 4 seasons, we want automatic promotion. Hopefully we can do that. Financially, within 2 seasons, increase the club worth by 15%. That could be a little bit difficult, and I'll show you why. So if we take a look here, our club worth at the start of this career mode was 593 million euro. After I got rid of all the players, did all the shit, we're down to 62 million. So I'm not sure if that's, yeah, that's quite a loss. We could be in a bit of strife. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us on the bum. Alright, our youth star has been brought back to the club, and it is Alberto Diaz, a 16-year-old centre-back, 6'6", with a 77 to 94 potential, 350 grand of valuation. And look at those physical stats. 94 acceleration, 92 sprint speed straight off the bat, 90 stamina, 94 strength. We can really build a team around this big Spanish defender, and we're going to sign him straight into the team now. Alright, our first scout report is back from South Korea, and we have to sign all of these players except for any man that doesn't have a face. He will be rejected, but we're going to go ahead and sign Il-sung Ryu, 65 to 89, looks like a left back. Hunwoo Kim, a goalkeeper, 65 to 89. Hyun Ki-yan, 53 to 73, looks like he could be a cam. And Ji-hoo Gil, looks like a centre midfielder, so not a lot of talent there, but hopefully the next couple of scout reports we're still allowed to sign those players. We'll get them into the team. So we'll sign these all into the youth academy now. Alright, Italy, what have you brought us back? We've got Nicola Colombo, 55 to 77 potential, looks like a CDM. Giuseppe Mancini, a goalkeeper, 63 to 85. Tommaso Gallo, so 47 to 65, a centre midfielder. Mancini's got a brother here in Francesco, 54 to 72, looks like a right winger. Giuseppe Romano, another goalkeeper, 47 to 65, so a lot of goalkeepers. And Nicolo Santoro, oh, this kid looks alright, 57 to 75, 77 to 94, 6'4", and I've got a feeling he will be the starting goalkeeper here for this career mode. So we'll get all these lads into the youth academy. And finally, the Russian scout, what have we got here? Sergei Grinkov, 62 to 86, another goalkeeper. Stanislav Valisiev, looks like a left winger. Miroslav Markov, another goalkeeper, 57 to 75. Maxim Krupin, 53 to 71, looks like a left back. And Roman Popov, 70 to 94, that is promising. 17 years of age and looks like could be a right winger. Let's get all these lads into the youth academy. Alright, so it's time to sign up all of these kids into the team, and then we'll have a look at how our team is looking. Alright, so all of the contracts have been signed. There's 3 lads left in the youth academy. Ryu and 2 goalkeepers in Mancini and Romano, but we've signed up a lot of goalkeepers already, so the Giuseppes may not get a gig here. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, so here is our starting lineup that we will be using. I've managed to get a full team on the pitch. It's a little bit hit and miss, but we've got Mancini. We actually picked up a striker. He's not looking very, very promising. Low work rates. 6'1". Yeah, well, let's hope something else comes along. Left winger, we've got Vasilyev. He's got some pace about him, so that's good out on a wing, but not a lot else. High, medium work rates, can play left wing or right midfield. In the cam role, we have Jan, 71 agility is his key stat from Korea. 5'6", medium, low work rates, 2-star, 2-star. And at right wing, we have the Russian Popov. He's got some pace, so we've got some pace on the wings at least. They'll probably run out of stamina, but 4-star, 4-star for the Russian winger. Sitting in the midfield, we have Gil. He's got some agility from Korea, 2-star, 2-star. And in the CDM role, we have Gallo from Italy, 1-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves. And nothing really going there for him. Across the back line, we've got Kruppen at left back, 46 overall. High work rate, that's good. Jumping and strength is all right for a young lad, but everything else is pretty much rubbish. Colombo comes in at centre back. He's a CDM. He's got agility, and that's about it. High defensive work rate's all right, 3-star weak foot. Our scout future star in Diaz, 82 aggression, some good jumping, strength, stamina's looking all right. We'll have to work on his technical abilities. 2-star, 2-star, 6'6", and he has been given the captain's armband. And at right back, we've got the goalkeeper in Markov, so that could be a real weakness. 6'5" from Russia, and our goalkeeper is Santoro, 61 overall. How's his goalkeeping stats? Not too shabby. 6'4", acrobatic from Italy. And we've got 2 keepers on the bench and a lot of players that will be getting released. Let's move on. All right, here we go. Time to get some action underway. It's Empoli hosting Milan in the Coppa Nazionale. And the team we've put out on the park is nothing reminiscent of a Milan side. And I want to take this opportunity to quickly thank Jared HD, Game Jam, B-Monus, Flickify, and Cutsy for helping me out with the intro. Incredible lads. Go and check out their channels. They've got cracking career mode content all over their stuff. And just outstanding lads. So thank you very much for helping me with that one. There will be links in the description to their channels. Make sure you do go and check them out. Top lads. And you've got to look after your career mode brothers. Here's the Empoli lineup. And I'm going to have to get looking for what kind of teams we're coming up against. They've got a 4-3-1-2 formation. We're sticking with the Sparring DK formation that we've used through the last couple of FIFAs, but this team, I feel, is going to be horrendous to start off with, but it'll be a good chance to see some of these young lads. Hopefully one of them wants to stand up. And there is Davide Lombardi. Looks like he's aged a little bit. Here is our side. Santoro, Markov, Diaz, Colombo, Kruppen, Gil, Gallo, Popov. Where are we up to? Jan, Vasilyev, and Mancini up front. So let's just see what the lads are capable of. It's hard to predict. I've got a feeling we're going to get thumped. We're not going to be able to sprint too much, or we will run out of stamina. We don't have any substitutions available because they're all goalkeepers and you can't bring them in infield positions. Here's Mancini. Slips it down the line. Finds Jan inside. Gets the run here from Vasilyev. Can he get the ball inside? He can. Mancini! Oh, he didn't take the shot. And Puglisi makes the save. So it's going to be Colombo to deliver this one in. I'm not sure who the best kick tapers are, but that one is... It's Diaz! He scored! It's 1-0 Milan! The scout future star! He's been kept in the captain's armband today, and he rises majestically like a salmon from the river, and he smashes it into the top corner to give us our first goal of the career mode. Oh, Diaz, is this a sign of things to come? Davide Lombardi happy with the return, wasn't expecting too much, but Adalberto Diaz, the Spanish centre-back, rises to the occasion, and it's 1-0 AC Milan. Who would have thought we would have even scored today? Streaming forward is Milan. Gallo off to Jan, back to Jan. He slips it forward. He's got a run here, and Popov pops it and puts it over the top. There's Popov. Looks for a cross, back post. Oh, we've got another goal! It's 2-0 Milan. Who is it? It's Vasilyev. The Russian left winger heads it home. A great ball inside, and he's just tapped it. The keeper's having a howler, and it's 2-0 Milan. That's gone straight past him. Get in, son. We're definitely on Legendary. I don't know what's happening. Empoli should be running right here, but Valasiev gets his first goal for the club. Stanislav Yanislev. And it is 2-0 Milan before half-time. Get in. Oh, Garlo. Cracking challenge. Looks like we've got an injury. Oh, that's not good. And unfortunately, Jan's picked himself up a knock. I don't even think we can bring a goalkeeper on. No, we can't. Unfortunately, we're going to have to use one of these no-face players. All right. You forced my hand. I'm going to have to do something about that. Well, Jan's just been knocked over. And down he goes like a brown paper bag, and he's instantly injured. Well, there's half-time. It's 2-0 to AC Milan. Somehow, we've scored 2 goals. Unfortunately, I've had to bring on a no-face player. But we'll be able to turn that around fairly quickly with another youth squad report coming up shortly. Well, caught out the back here. Empoli pushing forward, and Colombo with the block. And it's a corner now for Empoli. AC Milan holding strong here with a 2-0 victory. Looking likely.
And here comes the counter-attack.
Oh, too easy. Empoli back in the game. It's 2-1. The Milan youth are fading fast. That went over the back. The goalkeeper was nowhere near marking him. Tried to get across with Colombo, and a low scrubber goes past Santoro. And it is 2-1 now. We've got to defend hard. Well, 4 minutes remaining. It's a corner. Get it out, boys. Oh, Markov. The goalkeeper. Get in, son. Just defend this area. Ah, it's the no-face man. We can't let him touch the ball. He feeds it forward, though. Mancini, can he hold off his man? He's pushing forward. Mancini! Oh, get in, son! The Italian striker does it! 3-1 AC Milan! And where has this youth team come from? But Tanneman has bought the club, put his faith in the scouts, and they've brought back some wonderkids by the looks of things. Mancini's only like a 46 overall now. And he slams it into the top post, into the goals. 3-1 AC Milan. Get in, son. There's the whistle. And we take the Coppa Nazionale against Empoli with one of the most absurd teams you have ever seen in football. Has this restored the faith early in the punters? We will find out as the season goes on. Well, what an outstanding performance there from Milan. 7 shots to 4, 20 tackles. And just an outstanding performance. Colombo gets himself a 9.0 man of the match. And Diaz an 8.8. It was a defensive effort. Valasiev, Popov, Mancini all did a really good job. Unfortunately, Jan did pick up an injury. Let's hope that's not a layoff for the young lad in his first game. Well, unfortunately for Hyunki Jan, he broke his ankle. He's out for 3 months. That's unfortunate. He's only played 20 minutes of football, but yep, 3 months on the sidelines. We're going to need some more players into this team. All right, it's time to start off our league campaign in the Calcio B. We're at the San Siro. Now, some of you have told me that the camera angles go a little bit glitchy on this. We'll have to keep an eye on that one, but hopefully it doesn't hamper this career mode too much. An incredible victory there in the opening round of the Coppa Nazionale to see victory over Empoli. But with Jan out, the goalkeeper's going to come in and play in the cam role. And, well, we'll soon find out if he's got any biscuits about him. You will see the normal FIFA rosters put cards pop up when the lads score goals. They may not be equal with the rating because these lads are growing quite quickly at the moment. So, at the end of the episode, we'll get into editing, doing the graphics and the like. So they might have been a 45 striker in Mancini, but his card might be a 48 by the time you see it. Just letting you know, it'll all catch up as we slow down and move through the career mode properly. So it is Kim, the goalkeeper, coming in the cam role, but we've gone with the same starting lineup. No reserves on the bench, unfortunately. So let's see if we can start our season off with a win here at the San Siro. Who are we playing? Vicenza? Yeah, all right, we'll roll with that. My Italian's not too good. And it's a 5-man midfield. You'd assume that they'd be a stronger side than us, but hey, we knocked off Empoli. Stranger things have happened. Let's get into the game. Oh, great challenge from Garlo. Sets this one off to Kim. Yalasiev. Slips this one forward to Mancini, gets the quick touch on. It's Popov. It's Popov! Oh, he's popped it again. Kim, off to Mancini. Just dribbles along here, Mancini, and then gets picked off. Doesn't quite have the pace. Gets back in, makes a good challenge. I like that, tenacious. Markov, the goalkeeper. Off to Gallo, off to Gill. Inside, here's Kim, the goalkeeper, Kim. Can he sort something out here? Gets the pass off. No. Yes, he does. Mancini. Oh, save from Benoist. Well, he's an old man. Well, a corner here for Milan. 43 minutes gone. We haven't shown a lot here, but Gallo's going to whip this one in. And it's up. It was Gill. He's put it wide. And there's the whistle for half-time. It's 0-0. I'd be happy with the draw at this stage. But we'll see what the second half brings. Oh, there's the goal. Some poor defending. Diaz ran over it. And it left a man exposed on the back post. Puts it past Santoro. And Vincenza takes the lead. It's 1-0. Well, he's been the most attacking of sides, but has broken us down there. Diaz missing the challenge. Davide Lombardi not happy about that one. Not much you can expect here from this Lombardi. They're not on your level just yet, but Stefano Giacomelli gets himself a goal. And it's 1-0 to Vincenza. Gallo. Valasiev. Oh, he gets picked off. The boys are tiring now. There's Belomo through the middle. We just cannot let any more goals. We need to protect it. We need to defend. Let's get back and be defensive. Here it comes inside. Colombo does well. Gil gets the touch on, then just gets felled. No. Oh, Santoro with the save. Oh, great work from the Italian. And it is going to be a corner here for Vincenza. Great save from Santoro. I like to see that early in a career mode. Oh, there it is. All too easy. The defense late in the game is dying. We can't make any substitutions because we don't have any. And Markov wasn't really marking his man. And that's another simple one there past Santoro. 2-0. It's not going to be an easy career mode from the start here. You just know it. But as long as these lads develop, we should be able to hold our job and eventually find that Champions League glory. Robert Gusha gets himself a goal. 2-0. Diaz. Oh, tried some skills. And now we're going to get picked off here. Counter-attack. Anything to do with pace. Oh, don't let Markov try and run him down. Look at him. He's slower than a wet week. They feed it off. They feed it back in. And somehow we only fucking defend it. Gallo on a break now. Popov inside. Mancini finds Kim. He's got nothing left. Blow the whistle. These lads need to fucking sleep for a week after this game. And come on. Where's that whistle? There it is. So a 2-0 loss. We'll take that one. We need some squad depth instantly. We'll get that in a few days' time. Well, we did manage 6 shots, so we had our chances, but it's all going to be about first halves here for Milan at the moment because the stamina fully runs out, and then you can see what happens. Having a look at our side, Mancini with a 7.0, Gallo with a 7.8, but we really need some backup brigade for this team. Right, the monthly scouting update is back from Korea. Pyeongchul Mok, 65-87. Sung-Soo Ho, 71-94 could be promising. Minjun Choi, 61-83. Jin Chak Chin, 45-61. And Jongsu Chang, 55-77, will all be making their way into the youth academy. All right, Italy has Albert Giordano, 63-87. His brother Valerio, 52-72. Lorenzo Mancini, another Mancini, 49-67. Federico Mariani, 51-69. And Alessandro Conti, a goalkeeper, 49-69. 69-94 potential. Let's get them all in. All right, monthly scouting update from Russia. Lev Mozarov, 61-83. Robert Laganov, 64-88. Artur Voinov, 61-81. Maxim Meshkov, 67-91. And Timur Kapul, 59-81. Let's get them all in. All right, the youth squad is full, so let's sign up these lads. All right, let's have a look at how this squad is looking. I've got rid of all of the players from this team that we haven't brought in from our youth academy. So all those Indians and Chinese players that we had sitting there just to start the season up, I've just got rid of all of them. So this is how our squad looks. Nicolo Santoro showing great potential, goalkeeper. He's gone up 3 already to 64. Grinkov is a 48 overall. Then we have Markov, 51. He's been playing at right back. And Han Woo Kim is a 50 overall. He played in the cam role. At centre back, our Scout Future Star is 62, gone up 2, showing great potential. I was kind of hoping for something a bit better than that, but whatever. 2 games, and he got the first goal for the club. We have a new centre back in Min Jun Choi, 47 overall, has some okay physical stats. Everything else is pretty much rubbish. 3-star weak foot, can play left back, high attacking work rate, 6'2" from Korea. Maxim Krupin, 16 years of age, 46 overall, 2 games, just starting to dribble along. Nicolo Colombo, 45 overall, 2 goals, he's got 2 games and 1 assist, so that's not a bad return considering he's playing centre back for us. Maxim Meshkov, 42 overall, right midfielder. Let's have a look at this young lad. What's he got up his sleeve? Low work rates and 3-star, 3-star. Next we have Tommaso Gallo, 2 appearances, 50 overall. It's going to take a long time for these lads. Jihu Gill, 50, gone up 1, 2 appearances, played in the centre midfield role and looks pretty alright. Robert Luganov, we've just signed him up, 51 overall cam. Let's have a quick look at his traits. Medium, low, 1-star weak foot from Russia, so we haven't really struck gold yet, have we? Valerio Giordano, 42 overall cam. We've just signed him into the team. What have we got? 4-star weak foot, 1-star skill moves. Yep, thanks EA. Then we have Hyun Ki Yan, 55. He's got that broken ankle. That's a nice start to his career. Jin Tak Shin, we just signed in. 43 overall centre forward. Has some alright physical stats. What's he got up his sleeve? 5-star weak foot, there we go. 2-star skill move, 6'3" centre forward. Could be handy if he grows. Roman Popov, 2 appearances, 1 assist. He did pull his groin at training. He's out for 4 days, won't be available for the next match, unfortunately. Francesco Mancini, 48, gone up 3. 2 appearances, got that goal, and is the star striker of this club at the moment. We also have Stanislav Valisiev, 50, gone up 1. 2 appearances, 1 goal. Great pace. That's about all he's got going for him at the moment. And that is our full squad. So it's thin, but we have some reserves on the bench to move through this career. Right, so that is where we will finish up this first episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you're not subscribed to the channel, the button's just down there. Make sure you hit that little notification thing and you'll know when the next episode is up. We are going to be uploading this series on the daily and it'll be coming fresh and fucking ready for you to enjoy this career mode along with me. Make sure you go and check out the lads that were in the intro. Jared HD, Game Jam HD, B-Monus, our Flickerfly, and Cutsy. And we'll see you in the next one. I'm Sparring DK. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and you have a good one.